Good evening, VPG! Finale. The finale tonight. Match day, officially match day 25. Long old seasons in VPG, but we wouldn't have it any other way. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Starting tonight, the finale with a finale. Just like that, boys and girls. UK Pro Series final. NOVENTRA. Last week's Cinderella story in that semi-final against UK Premier winners, champions, Mercia, booked their place in the final against Velocity, who, by the way, did a number on Class as well. Always the bridesmaids. Poor Class. But Class's loss is Velocity's gain, and they are cup finalists alongside their championship opposition. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is UK Pro Series final in about 3 minutes time. And then, not to take anything away from that cup final, because that is life, we do have the race for second coming up. Bashiktas, who are currently third. Waha are first. They just happen to be here. Misa, who are currently second. And then your main event, NBD, who I think are odds-on favourites to finish second, finishing us off against FAMALICAO, who are in fifth. It's crazy, it's crazy. You got first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then Digital in 21st. But we wouldn't have it any other way because they're my team. Right then, NOVENTRA. Speaking of my team, I guess NOVENTRA and Pro Glows Weekly have been on a journey this season. I'm glad we saw them not only in the semi-final. That was good. They've been sensational. Got a bit of stick in the semi-final, which I thought was quite harsh, but I'm just reporting on what was said and what I read for parking the bus. I didn't see it that way, but just in case there's any Mercia lot hate watching this, I'll try and remain as neutral as possible. I thought they played very well, and the gaffer, Corey, I think he summed it up well when he said, well, what do you expect us to do? Championship side playing against the VPG UK Premier champions, realistically. But again, like I said, I didn't even see it that way. But when you've got the likes of Inches, who was our cameraman tonight, Bonesaw, and then that back four, I mean, Big Show had the game of his life. Harper, I think, was the official man of the match, got the goal as well in that 1-0. They're using their strengths, and they know what their strengths are. They know what their weaknesses are. I thought they played the game perfectly, which is why they're in the final. And then Velocity, on the other hand, again, another team I love watching, and it'll be interesting to see what these guys do next season, because I know there's some murmurs, I know there's been some things done and said. Personally, I want them around for as long as possible. I think they're a good team to have in the UK Prem. Hope to see them at LAN, get to meet some of the guys as well. But for now, the focus is on this game, this UK Pro Series. Not only are there points available for that UK Pro Series qualification, but there's a bit of dollar as well. 250 to be precise for the winner, $150 for the runners-up, which, that's not too bad at all. So both of these sides are walking away with at least their pockets filled tonight. Players to look out for tonight. Baller's had a fantastic season for Velocity. Started out wide midfield, now playing CDM. Very capable of running things. He'll have his hands tied tonight, playing against Tony MT. Again, one of our favourite players to watch for this side. We don't get to watch him often enough. Welcome back in Rocky as well. Dropped down into cam tonight, which I thought was a very, very interesting one. He is there. He's not anything, is he? He's just a very good player. D9 is actually their top goal scorer, the right midfielder, so fair play to him. 20 goals this season. Pato on 16. Up front with MJ, who didn't have many stats to his name, so I'm not sure. Look, the Velocity boys, their backroom staff know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Good shout out as well to Mads and KP, two big time ballers. Back onto some NOVENTRA stats as well. Corey the Gaffer, 48 goals for this season. He is Diego Corlan. Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it. Teams are just going in now. And of course, the player at the bottom of your screen. I promised him I wouldn't say it, but I have to say it. It's Runny Bum. He is Chaps, and he is on 24 goals. So that strike partnership for NOVENTRA, they've got to look out for it. They've got to look out for it. Championship or no championship, they've got to watch out for it. Right then, boys and girls. Teams are here. Let's hope for a good start, eh? Let's hope for a good quality game. And NOVENTRA will bite your hand off for a 1-0. Of course they were, but Velocity would be exactly the same. It's all about winning in this cup final. When there's money involved, when there's points involved, get the job done. And NOVENTRA are one of the best sides out there for doing that, apparently, this season. But Velocity do go into this game 13th in the UK Premier, which is a whole division above their opposition. And they do start the strongest here. Rav into Rocky, loses out to his opposite number, MT. Chaps looking for his gaffer, dispossessed by KP. Raven, over the top it goes to D9, looking to slide it in behind Harper, tidies up well. Expect to see that a lot tonight, and expect me to say that a lot tonight. Bit of a frantic pace to this opening 5 minutes, which you always get with cup finals. It's either stalemate or it's frantic. And this one has started frantic. And I think it would be both of these sides' first games tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or at least just their second. So still getting warmed up as Welshie DeCanio kicks it over his own crossbar. Yeah. So NOVENTRA is their only game tonight. Hence probably the frantic start. First chance as the ball comes into that near post. Harper clears. Man of the match in the semi-final. And match winner in that 1-0, don't forget. D9. Far side for Velocity in black. Is NOVENTRA in yellow. If you hadn't already worked it out, apologies for not locking those in. KP wins it to Rav. Rocky to ball. A bit of time in that midfield. NOVENTRA happy to sit off for now, but they have to soak up a lot of pressure as D9 goes down. Nothing given. Bonesaw, early first touch for him. Great Dane wins it back for Velocity, but there is Jake again. I mean, I'm probably going to say it a few times, but that whole back six for NOVENTRA in the semi-final were superb. And I think Corey, the gaffer, and the rest of that front line will be relying on those boys to keep them in the game for as long as possible in that counter-attacking style. But I tell you what, again, Rocky picks off the loose ball. Pato cuts inside. Big Show with the save and holds it as well. Good alert play from him. Pato started well. 16 goals for the season. Only behind D9 in the Velocity goal tallies. Velocity come into this just 2 wins in their last 6. Whereas NOVENTRA, 1 loss in 12. I'm not sure if Corey knows that. All the rest of the boys. I've got my shocked voice on as well. I'm not taking digs. I'm not taking digs. It's great form going into a final. Bonesaw wins it back like he does so well. Tony helps it round the corner to his gaffer. Tries to squeeze it through with the outside of the boot. Good covering by Great Dane, although loses it high up. Rocky the cam back there, having to help out the defense. He's fired it into touch. That frantic start has just slowed down a little bit, and I think that's a lot to do with NOVENTRA getting themselves back into this game a little bit, I think. Although he says that, Pato holds it up on the halfway line. Tony in there again to Inchez, our cameraman for tonight. Thank you very much, good sir. And like we saw in the first 15 minutes where they gave that ball away, it comes with the territory because they do like to play out from the back. And I tell you what, there's a lot of yellow shirts forward here. Slides it in. 2 chaps tried to cut inside. Good defending. Yeah, they can and they do play out from the back. But I noticed in the semi-final they do occasionally give it away. Which, again, it comes with the territory. And there's no team, even any of the teams later on the stream, who do that to 100% efficiency. But with the likes of Rocky, with the likes of Pato, I don't think they're going to get many chances to get away with it. And they've already used 1 tonight already. Kai, far side for the championship side. 4th in the UK champ. May very well get a call up into the UK Prem next season. Who knows? Baller in there. Good defensive work. But I tell you what, he's giving it to his centre-half. I don't think wanted it. Tony with the feet. And Tony wins the corner for his side. We saw how dangerous this NOVENTRA side were from corners in the semi-final. Looking out for Harper, of course. Ball comes in from Kai. Flicked on to Harper. Corey into the back post. KP with a very acrobatic clearance. But again, one from the training ground for this NOVENTRA side. Very much played themselves back into this game after having to withstand quite a bit of pressure. That first opening 20 minutes or so. Tony turns 40 yards from goal, picks out the back post. It's axed through on goal, and I tell you what, Great Dane, he's basically playing like a left back in this last 15 minutes. Another superb interception. Wide midfielders in competitive 11s. I tell you what, they get relied on so heavily, and you can see why, because if Great Dane's not switched on tonight, a couple of times this NOVENTRA side are breaking through, but I think that probably puts them even peggings now going into this final 5 minutes of the first half. First 20 minutes was Velocity's. Second 20 minutes was NOVENTRA's. Is anyone going to get a breakthrough before half-time? Welcome in, Olive. Good to see you, mate. Baller down the line looking for Great Dane, who ventures into NOVENTRA half for the first time in a long time. Here he is again. One back illegally, though. 3 minutes to go. I mean, I said kind of coming into this game, finals are normally one of two things. They're normally very frantic or very stalematey. I feel like we've had both of those things in this first half. Down the line it goes. Stalematey. Stalematey. Can we get a breakthrough before half-time? NOVENTRA 0, Velocity 0. I was going to say, neither goalkeeper really called into action either, but Big Show did make a save during some of that Velocity pressure in that opening 20 minutes. Kai, bit of space to run into for the first time over on that far side for the championship side. Here is the gaffer, Corey, gives it to Chaps. Looked offside, it is offside. Good line from Velocity. That should take us through all the way to half-time, should the referee... Yeah, there it is, confirmation. It's a very finally final. That's all I'm going to say. Very tense, and to be quite honest, obviously we only saw NOVENTRA in the semi-final. I mean, the NOVENTRA boys won't like me saying it, but maybe we picked the wrong semi-final, because the Velocity one, I think it finished 3-3 and it went all the way to penalties. We got a 1-0, but it is the NOVENTRA way, and anybody logging on tonight expecting anything different, if you thought these guys were going to go 4-3, 5-4, I mean, you would have got good odds on it, and good odds on it for a reason. These guys would snap your hand off for a 1-0, and so far so good. Similarly to the Murcia game, they're the underdog. So what do you expect them to do? Velocity at the moment, I mean, I think we queried the Rocky and Cam sitch. I stand by that at the moment. They've not got him on the ball too much, but he's such a good focal point. Clearly the gaffer knows more than I do, but from what I've seen this season, Rocky has been sensational up front, and he's kind of missing in this game. I tell you what, here's a Cam who's not missing at all. Chaps onto the right foot. Good block. Inches does well. Wins it back. High up for NOVENTRA. Turning the screw here early doors in this second half. Great Dane continues his great form. Basically playing as a fullback. MJ on to his strike partner, Pato. Again, they just miss out Rocky. Baller into Rocky. Rav. Good turn. Helps it round the corner. Under pressure was D9. All the way back to Sean at that central centre-back. Rav looking for runners in behind. Goes big diagonal, but a bit too close to the Big Show unorthodox, but he'll take it. 53 on the clock. NOVENTRA coming out of the traps flying, but Velocity just able to put their foot on it now. Baller into MJ. Exchanges passes with Pato. Clearance is complete. Chaps picks up. Excellent ball to Kai. Forced to come back to Harper. Big switch. Big style. Never mind. I was going to say it's a big part of the style of NOVENTRA, that big switch. Create a bit of space on the far side. Pato loses his man. Thinks about going into the box. Instead, oh, just over the head of his strike partner, MJ. It's going to come straight back to them, though, via D9. Their top goal scorer. Rocky into Baller. Akers for Rav to play in, but that wall of yellow, boys and girls. I thought he was going to go for the switch instantly. Instead, Big Show tries a switch of his own, and that's probably why they switch rather than go back to the goalkeeper. 60 minutes on the clock. 0-0. UK Pro Series Cup final. Rocky tries to play it in behind. Inches does, again, very, very well to intercept. Chaps, great turn. Gives it to Axe. Looks to go inside. Rocky cuts it out. Sets Pato on his way. Bit more space in this midfield area for Velocity this second half. Rav. Playing NOVENTRA at their own game. They have to be patient because that sea of yellow, but Pato with half a yard fires it wide, and I tell you what, that's probably the closest we've come to breaking the deadlock. Pato shifts it onto that left foot, fires it wide, and now what have NOVENTRA got in response? Bonesaw looking for Axe, might find him as well, does, but once again Dane clears. Welshie, good knockdown from him to Harper. Harper, Inches, and Welshie, their top 3 players this season, based on player rating, of course. Kai inside to Inches. Over the top, it's an excellent ball. Sean there, though, good clearance. We're now at 70 minutes. Are we going to get a breakthrough in regular time, or are we going to go the whole hog? If so, we're going to have to send a very, very sad and sorry message to Bashiktas. Maybe we should have started this game a bit sooner. Because I know the EU Prem guys have got a lot of games to play tonight. So no one's going to want to be behind. Great Dane into Rocky. Kai clears. 18 minutes to save the EU Prem. Bonesaw into Tony MT. Jake, down the line it goes. Cuts inside. Well read from Kirks, though. Stepped out of centre-back. Superb work from him. When Velocity get the ball up here, there's just not... Again, they're not committing a lot of men forward, and I totally appreciate that. It's a cup final, but when you're playing against NOVENTRA, who do that anyway, probably goes a long way. I tell you what, Inches could have squeezed it through there. It goes a long way to explaining the 0-0 here, I think. But the game is on a knife edge. I think I'd rather have a 0-0 than a 5-0 drubbing. There is drama to be had because someone needs to win this. Whether it's in 90 minutes or 12 yards. Rocky into Baller. Finds Pato's feet. Rocky helps it on his way to Rav. Harper. Superb work from him again. If there was any doubt of the defensive capabilities of this NOVENTRA side, well, I was going to say watch it back. I probably wouldn't watch this one back. I wouldn't even say it's one for the purists. If you're a centre-half, I tell you what, if you're a cam playing that ball in behind, Kai does well. 7 minutes to go. 0-0. You would probably assume that a single goal wins this game for either side. Who's going to be the hero? Velocity have 2 men in the box. And that's all they need. Oh, it's straight down the throat of Big Show. Excellent positioning from that man. That was the biggest chance of the game. Up from centre-half. I think it was Kirks who got it. Big chance to be a hero. Kai. Forced to go back. The press is on from Velocity. Jake. into Axe. Exchanging passes with Inchez. Over the top it goes. Onside is Chaps, but Kernks is there. Wins it back for the UK Prem side. Bonesaw, though, tries to stab it forward. Kernks is there again. Halfway line. Now or never. Big diagonal. You're not going to be that man in the air in this form. He's been everywhere tonight. Well, everywhere on that far side. One last chance to go forward. It's offside, and it pretty much sums up that first 90 minutes. Big Show's going to fire this in to orbit, and we're going to go and have to say a couple of very, very apologetic words to the guys over at Bashiktas and Digital. Right. They didn't put any of the stats up, which is a little bit annoying, but truth be told, I don't really think there's too much to say. It's a cup final. It's a nitty gritty, nasty cup final, but when one of these sides wins, they're not going to care. They're not going to care. $250 on the line. You bet your bottom dollar you're putting men behind the ball. You bet your bottom dollar you're not committing a lot of men forward. One of these sides is going to get a breakthrough. Which side is it going to be? 30 more minutes. Rav into the back post. Great Dane. Of course he's there. Welshie with the clearance. Falls back at the feet of Baller. Swings it in. Nobody on the same wavelength. Although I thought it was a really good ball back in from Baller. Big switch. The NOVENTRA switch, as we're going to call it now. Jake coming out with the ball. Velocity more than happy to let him go up to the halfway line only. And then the NOVENTRA switch. Inchez to Kai. Pocket pinched by D9. Tony MT wins it back. Bonesaw wins it to Rocky's feet. This is the cam. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Mads, maybe his first touch. Rav outside of that left peg. D9 knocks it down, but D9 was offside. I feel like penalties is inevitable, and to be truth be told, I mean that first 20 minutes was good. After that, we probably would have got very short odds on pens from there. The ball's not going to stay in, so it will be Mads' second touch of the game. 5 minutes to go until the most pointless 45 seconds of everyone's existence. That horrible little break. Rav into D9. MJ to Baller. Rav finds MJ again. Good turn. Good work from this velocity side. Welshie mops up. Into touch it goes. 3 minutes to go till half time of extra time. Harper clears. Kernks this time filling in for Great Dane. Rav picks up the loose ball. High up. Slides it through to Pato. Gives it to MJ. That's a quality save from Big Show. Superb stuff from the big man. Turns it behind for a corner. Few more black shirts up than the last time. Maybe they don't want penalties, boys and girls. On the stroke of half time, that would have been a real gut punch if not for Big Show. Ball comes in near post. Big Show there once again. Fires it long, and that's going to be it. 15 virtual minutes to go, boys and girls. I'll leave this screen on just in case they do go through some of the performance stuff, some of the possession stats, etc. But no, Inches is not a facts man. He does not care for match ratings at all. Or maybe he just doesn't want to see him. I don't know. 15 virtual minutes until we are at penalties, boys and girls. I'm just going to check in on Digital and Bashiktas. Bashiktas are late anyway, so that's good. I mean, from a stream point of view, we could really do with a goal. But look, the neutrals all want penalties. We probably could have just called it after 90 minutes. Take penalties and let's move on. Good luck to both sides. We need a winner, whether you guys like it or not. And we're going to get one, whether you like it or not. Here we go then for the last time tonight. It is NOVENTRA kicking off this UK Pro Series Cup final. Tony MT slides it behind for Axe. Probably the most space he's had all game, but Kunks soon comes across to see to that. Tony dispossessed. I don't even know what that is because it was a throw-in, so I'm not sure what happened there. Rav. Tell you what, they had MJ through there. I'm not sure EA's connected him with the right player there. Baller. Space opening up in behind for this Velocity side. Well, she stabs behind. Dane. Jake puts his foot on it, goes down the line, but Kunks is there once again. Loose ball picked up by Pato. Slight suspicion of offside. Nothing given. Great Dane heads it down. Pato. Good stop from the Big Show once again. Thank you. Thank you, Corey. I grew it for the final, and no one said anything other than my missus, who hates it. KP goes back to Mads for his third touch of the game. Jake clears. Kirks picks up the loose ball. Bonesaw, good interception. Foot on the ball from him. Inside it goes to Chaps. Goes one way, goes the other. Kirks wins it back though. Doesn't matter which way he goes. They are getting no change out of Kirks tonight. Rav, good feet. Rocky can't find that ball in behind. Bonesaw looking for the gaffer who has not touched the ball in a very, very long time. And still won't. Rav into row Z. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes for someone to be a hero. Otherwise, we are going to the lottery. That is penalties. Kai wins it high up in the box. Squares it across. Rav is there. Rav's been superb. I mean, other than these weird clearances. That one into row A this time. Chance for NOVENTRA to get something cooking here. I mean, if they score in the 119th minute, this is game plan 101. And Corey needs knighting. But Velocity should see this through at least. They got 1 minute to go and pinch one up the other end. Rocky in behind. Bit of space. It's R9, squares in and across, and there is MJ. He's done it. He's answered the critics. 120 minutes deep. And Velocity, NOVENTRA. It is Velocity 1, NOVENTRA 0. From 3 yards out, boys and girls. That is cruelty in a nutshell, but that is competitive 11s in a nutshell. It's a cruel, cruel mistress. Look, they made us wait for penalties, and we didn't get penalties. But if you're talking about late drama, that may very well be the latest goal we've ever had on stream. 121 minutes into the game to get the goal. And there you have it, boys and girls. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Velocity 1, NOVENTRA 0. There is your UK Pro Series Cup final. The one and done for NOVENTRA on tonight. So thank you very much for logging on tonight and doing that. Kept us relatively entertained. But the drama is what we're going to be talking about for some time. 120 minutes deep. We got the breakthrough. Yeah, Corey's in the chat. 4 touches all game. Literally. It was not to be. It was not meant to be for NOVENTRA. They couldn't do what they did in the semi-final and see that one out. Congratulations, though, to Velocity. Like I said at the beginning of that stream, both of those sides would bite your hand off for that piece of silverware and $250. Get in there. NOVENTRA, they still get $150 themselves, and I think Corey said in the chat earlier on, that's their league entry fee paid for next season. Happy days. They can go off. I wouldn't suggest having a beer on a Monday. That might be a bit a bit too much. Thursday, Friday, maybe. Thursday, Friday. But commiserations to those boys. Thank you very much. And see you again next season. Not sure what league you'll be in, but... and Velocity, hopefully we see you again next season. But that is it. Done and dusted UK Pro Series. Thank you very much. And now it's time for the return of the big boys. Let's get that league table up because we've got a lot to talk about in a short space of time. Misa are 2 points ahead of Bashiktas with 2 games left to play. The team you're watching out for is NBD. They've got 4 games left to play, 2 games in hand over Misa and Bashiktas. We're going to get all of them in tonight. That's the thinking behind this one. All of them in tonight. Starting off with Bashiktas, then we go to Misa, and then finally NBD against Fama is your main event of the evening. Co-main event of the evening, of course. Yeah, well done, guys. Rav, superb stuff. Big show. Quality as always. Thank you very much. A good way to start the stream with, yeah, a long old wait for some drama, but for some drama nonetheless. Right, Digital down in 21st. They're in a relegation battle. They are 2 points off of safety and need to do something about it. 1 loss in 7 is a very good way to go, but it's 5 draws in those last 7 games. They'll be relying on that man up front, Ray Jaragol, 33 goals this season. Bashiktas, it's just win both your games tonight, and then just hope for the best. It's all they can really do. 1 loss in 14 for Bashiktas. They really haven't done that much wrong. If anything, just maybe had a bit of a slow start to the season. But look, it's a league full of killers, unfortunately for them, and they're finding out the hard way. They can still finish second, of course. They'll need a lot to go in their favour. But I think the team talk from who is the captain here? I don't know who their captain is. I should really know that, shouldn't I? They are the boys in white, though. Bashiktas in the white and Digital in the all-black. Digital need a win here, as much as Bashiktas do, to hold on to that VPG eSports Premier status. Road to fell. Fellow Germans are already relegated, so we could have the possibility of an early goal. And there it is, and it's gone against the grain, boys and girls. It is the team in a relegation battle. Like I said, they need the points, they need the goals to stay in this league, and Digital Esports have done exactly that. It is 1-0 to the away side as well. I don't even know who put it in because it didn't show us the names. Digital will not care one bit. Through ball to Romaninho. Pocket pinch by Makesville. Great interception from that man. I'm trying to have a look where Makesville is playing. He is playing centre-back. I've seen him play every single position now other than in goal. Creativo. Great turn on the roulette. Gives it to Banas Johnny. Backs against the wall. Quintans into Taziak. Brookie to Yasin. Taziak has the strike. He is their leading, highest rated player. So obviously full of confidence, full of beans, but that one will not be making the highlight reel. Makesville flicks it on. Makesville at centre-back is crazy. I mean, he's a brilliant player, but I think when we started this, he was a striker. And he's just gone further and further back. I know the feeling, mate. I know that. He'll be in the commentary box soon. Bessinho into the back post. Luke squares it across. Rage Aragold is there. And to tell you what, boys and girls, Digital are doing a real favour to Misa and NBD. 2-0 up inside 14 minutes. Bashiktas hit like an absolute freight train. They have got a lot of work to do now, but from a neutral point of view, it means there's going to be a real classic coming up as Yasin swings this in. Quintans to Romaninho. Cruz, the big man. The original 6'7" makes that save. Good stop around the post, but let's talk about this Digital side. A Rage Aragold inspired Digital. 33 goals this season. Make that 34, maybe 35. He could have got that first one. They are feeding the goat, and he is scoring. Tuanze. Jeff wins that to D the G. D the G playing in cam tonight. Was missing last time we saw Digital Sports. that 0-0, that goalless game last week. It's 3-0. Mert says, thank you very much. And I tell you what, as good as Digital have been, you will not see 3 scrappier, easier goals. And I have no idea what is going on tonight. Absolutely no idea what's going on. If Bashiktas get anything out of this game, it will be game of the season. 100%. It can't be anything other than that. 3-0 down after 20 minutes. Digital have been superb. And I watched them last week draw 0-0 with Real Casarea. And like I said, they've been drawing a lot of games recently. That's the tactic they've gone with. Make yourself hard to beat. I did not expect them to be 3-0 up at any stage of this game, let alone the first 20 minutes. But like I said, Digital are in a relegation battle. They're looking to protect that VPG Esports Premier status. A VPG Esports Premier without Digital just does not feel right. And the fact they're even in a relegation battle is crazy. And again, I say it every week, it just shows you how strong this league is. And they're 3-0 up. And to be honest, the way this game is going at the moment, expect more. Yeah, that drab 0-0 last week seems a long time ago now. And we said at the time, D the G, the gaffer, their talisman, was missing from that game. I've never seen Digital play without D the G in 3 years. And it was the worst performance I've seen from Digital. It was a very good point from a neutral point of view, from a entertainment point of view. They played for a draw, effectively. And I don't blame them for where they are, and they're now 3-0 up and could be more with D the G. And if that works out for them, then clearly the game plan has gone very, very well. But with him being introduced back in that cam position, it's his best position by far, isn't it? Let's be honest. They are purring, they are cooking, and they are beating the side who are currently third. 3-0. 3 is that magic number right now. It's 33rd minute too. Dreshk, who loves a goal on stream, by the way, yet to score. Playing CDM tonight, so maybe unlikely. But Ask Johnny makes it stick up top. He is up front alongside Romaninho tonight, who had an early chance to pull the trigger. Bessinho and co saw to that one. Other than that, Bashiktas have looked flat. Romaninho exchanging passes with Benas Johnny, but that back 3 of Digital standing strong, and that's all they need to do now. 50-odd minutes of standing strong, and 3 points will be Digital's, and then that means surely Bashiktas are out of that second place running. I think going into this, they were probably third favourites out of that NBD Misa Bashiktas triple threat match anyway. But the game plan would have been simple tonight. That group chat, just win the games. Don't worry about anything else. Just win the games. And I don't think they expected to be 3-0 down. No one did, really. 3-0 down after 20 minutes. A rampant Digital side. Like I said, it's sheer chaos. All 3 goals were just sheer chaos. Luke 44. Into touch it goes. Won't get the throw in. I thought he did enough to get that throw. Now, if Bashiktas can sneak one here. It's just not their night, is it? It's just not their night. They've got not a lot cooking so far. Digital will know that they are a very dangerous side. They're third place for a reason. But Luke 44, one of the very few players in this Digital side who has gone the whole hog and won a VPG Esports Championship. Showing his class, showing his experience there. And I tell you what, boys and girls. Who's got... Go on. Who's got 3-0? Who's got the Digital win on the ACCA? I'm such a big ambassador for if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle. And Digital bought 3 tickets and won 3 raffles. Because it's shoot on sight for those guys. That first goal came from Luke 44, having a shot from 20 yards. You don't see it very often. I mean, we saw Romaninho go through 6, 7, 8 yards. Didn't pull the trigger. Nothing given. And Digital, again, they're in desperate stages. Of course they are. But you would argue that Bashiktas are as well. Bashiktas desperate for 6 points tonight out of their 2 games. Looks like they're going to fall at the first hurdle, save for some Istanbul style comeback, which, look, I think Digital will know all too well about the killers that Bashiktas have got in their side. Digital will also know that they're not the best of holding on to leads. So never say never. If I'm Digital, I'm probably saying let's go get a fourth. Because I don't see Bashiktas not scoring in this half simply because they're too good not to. Nothing to do with Digital defensively, because defensively they've been fantastic this game. But with the weapons in the arsenal, Cruz, we forgot about Cruz, the original 6'7" world-class goalkeeper. That's an excellent stop from Romaninho. Yeah, we forgot about this man, Cruz, and Dreschk off the line as well. Like I said, Bashiktas, they've got too many killers in this side, and they're just going to keep knocking at this door until something sticks. Creativo, good block. Dreschk there, the man who cleared that last effort off the line, goes back to Makesville. Big old NOVENTRA switch. And Jeff clears. Nothing sticking, so at the feet of Bashiktas backline it will be, but time is not on their side. A very, very good start to the half from the boys in white. But they have got a lot to do and a lot of goals to get. Digital seem to be heeding my advice, because here's Luke 44 in behind, tries to square it. I think he was offside, is offside. Good line from this Bashiktas side. All to do now. Well, all to do after 20 minutes, truth be told. What a result. I mean, talking about Digital, they're 2 points off the safety going into tonight. What 6 points would do to their season may very well keep them up. Even 3 points may very well keep them up. I do believe the side that are above them, it's either Casapia or Real Casare, I think. Sorry if it's not either of those two sides. But they'll have an eye on this game as well, because Digital occupy the final relegation spot. Makesville forced to turn it behind. 30 minutes to find 3 goals. It's not doable. But if we thought that first game was dramatic, well, a 3-goal swing here would trump that, I do believe. Jeff clears to Romaninho, switches it onto that right foot, rifles it near post. Cruz, once again, 3 world-class saves from a world-class goalkeeper. Not good odds on that one. Another corner. Makesville clears. Banas Johnny picks up the scraps, gets the return ball from Romaninho. Back post is there. Candace hits the crossbar, but on hand, I think it's Damso. Here we go, boys and girls. 3-1. Just under half an hour to go. Tuanze, sorry. Both world-class centre-backs. Tuanze, the goal scorer, we believe. Candeas hit the crossbar. This back line of Digital finally breached. Game on indeed, Clarkey. Brookie, 30 yards out, inside. Enes, though, wins it back. And I said, half-time, Digital, don't sit back. You can't sit back against this Bashiktas side. Go and score a 4th. It's the only way. Luke 44 cuts inside. Chrissy Boras with the feet save. EA did absolutely nothing to help him out. All about positioning from that man. And that man turns it behind for a corner. Keeps his side in it. It's as simple as that. Rage. If Digital score here, it's lights. Oh, they were toying. Dicing with death there as they threw in tackles. But fortune favours the brave. And the boys in white, Bashiktas, the Tibu are 3-1 down. Win it back and up they go. Although Mert, one of the goal scorers, Luke 44 is having an absolute field day on that far side. Such a good signing for Digital. We said that at the start of the season, which is why it's so surprising Digital is so far down the league table. He has really showed his class. Esports champion. And showing it tonight. 19 minutes to go. Bashiktas need a 2-goal swing. To be quite frank, even a draw here is not the result they want. Taziak into the box. Does squeeze it through to Banas Johnny. Yasin out wide. good feet, but D the G is there. There is their manager, their gaffer, their captain, their leader, Mr. Digital himself. Rookie. I mean, I said fortune favors the brave. Oh, what a through ball that is. First time shot, maybe. Oh, Banash Johnny. I'm not sure what that was. I don't think he knows. Cross come shot when you needed a shot come shot. The goal was beckoning. They'll go again. 15 minutes to go. Taziek stabs it into the box. Picks up the loose ball. And I tell you what. Tuanze's hit the post. Crossbar rattled. Post rattled. It's just not Bashiktas' night at all. They win it high up again. 12 minutes to go. I'm saying they need 2 goals. Really, they need 3 goals. But Ash Johnny swings it in. Bessinho wins it. Yasin picks up the loose ball. Luke 44 is there again. Didn't see much in it myself, but the referee must be a Bashiktas fan. He says free kick as those white shirts go pouring forward now. Usually this goes short and straight in. Is that what we're going to see here? Nope, they go for goal and it's just over the crossbar from Romaninho. They need something special. They put a special man on the ball, but they can't come up with the speciality they need. 8 minutes to go. Digital haven't had to do too much attacking in this second half, sorry, because the first half was so good. They did all their attacking in the first half. They've just given it to this man, really, because he is doing his best Gareth Bale impression and just motors up the pitch. 90 yards in the bag, and Digital go back and try and defend the next one. What a privilege it is for Digital to have that man, and he might very well be the difference between relegation and survival. Brookie Taziak helps it on its way to Animal. Quintans, quiet game from him. Inside to Tuanze, but Ash Johnny, but Cruz is there once again. 4 world-class saves for that man. And it's going to be corner number 5 for Bashiktas. They have been knocking on this door all second half. Tuanze there for his second. He has been a thorn in the side. Could have had a hat-trick tonight. The post denied him. 2 goals from Tuanze. Not enough for Bashiktas to get something out of this game. Mert holds up the ball. 3 minutes of extra time, though. I tell you what, whilst a draw doesn't do anything for Bashiktas, it cripples Digital. And they're doing fantastically well to hold on to this ball. Jeff goes long, finds Chrissy Boras, who fires it back up the pitch. If they get anything loose on this, it is loose. In behind, for some reason, the referee has just said, no, absolutely not. We said he was a Bashiktas fan. He may very well be a Digital fan. Digital get the 3 points, but they were made to work for it in that second half. Gifted it in the first half, made to work for it in the second half. It is Digital 3, Bashiktas 2. What a game. What a game for a lot of different reasons. The chaos, the drama. There, I'll learn how to press these buttons one day. The chaos, the drama, and what it means to these guys, I think, really adds to the spectacle there. Congratulations to Digital, but Bashiktas, I think that's them done. Let me try and get the Alvarez stream up. Al Waha are streaming. 0-0 of Exito. They're a long way from finishing. It does give us a long time to look at the league table, which, to be fair, we kind of need to do anyway. And we'll go and have a little look at NBD as well. I've just asked what the Misa first result was. I tell you what I'll do is I'll get the... Let's go with this and this. And then I'll have a little gander at that league table. Right, Misa won 5-0 against Phoenix. Phoenix are also playing NBD in this game coming up. We've got NBD afterwards. So Phoenix have a lot of say in who actually finishes second place. Their team Misa at the moment after losing 5-0. That does put, so with the league table, that does put Misa on 105. Let me just write that down so I don't forget. Bashiktas stay on 100. That is officially them done now for finishing second. They can obviously still finish first. Third, not first. Waha have got that covered. Don't you worry. But you're asking a lot of NBD, a lot of losses. Let me go and find the NBD stream. NBD. They played Zurich in their first game, and it looks like 2-0 win. Puts them on 102. 3 points behind Misa Esports with a game in hand. Good result for NBD. And like I said, NBD, if they win all their games tonight, it does not matter about anyone else. Alvaro's come through clutch with the stream for those guys. But like I said, Waha are still finishing up that first game. It's 0-0 against Exito. Truth be told, I don't really need to go through much else. I guess you can probably just watch this. Because why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we watch this? Look, Waha already won the league a long time ago, truth be told. So I don't really feel the need to commentate on this. We'll keep it on in the background. And then I'll carry on trying to find as much information as possible. Bashiktas are 3-2 losers. So stay on 100 points. NBD 102. And Waha go 1-0 up. I'm not sure how I feel about just actually watching this game. I think we'll leave it on for a little bit. You guys, yeah, we'll give it 10 virtual minutes, and then we'll start talking about the game. Enjoy. Hopefully you weren't enjoying that more without me there. To be fair, this is a bit of a dead rubber for us. We're literally just waiting. So what I will do is have a little look at this MBD stream, because I can see that they're currently in with... Yeah, Alvaro is on. Good. And is he streaming in 1080p? No, 93650p. Why? Let's go over to MBD because this does matter. And we've got some news for you. MBD 1, Phoenix 0. We will go over back to Misa versus Al Waha, of course, when Al Waha finished game number 2. But this is MBD's second match of 4. I'm not sure what's going on with their Black Sheep game. They may very well get a default for that one, which would put them level on MBD with a game in hand. So, like I said, Phoenix have a massive say in where this second place trophy goes. But so far, not so good. Great tackle from Joe Boy, by the way. 1-0 up, early doors for MBD. We'll check back in on this at half-time if we possibly can. But I'll chase MBD to let us know what their result was come end of the game. So we know the scores on the doors. And of course, MBD are up here next and last. They're taking on FAMALICAO, who just fell off. No wins in the last 4 in the VPG Esports Premier. That is why they are not in the running for second place. And I think, much to the surprise of probably every single person in VPG, not just themselves. Like we said, MBD are very much in the driving seat. Masters of their own destiny. A very interesting game here, though, against Phoenix. That early goal, though, is going to... It's going to relax this MBD side. Right. Come on, then. Let's do this. Let's go and find out where our Waha are, and let's go and have a little look at that league table. They've got 6 virtual minutes left. We'll leave MBD on in the background. And, of course, we have got Misa, who are waiting to go. Right, league table time and game number 3 time. It is Al Waha taking on Misa Esports. Al Waha wrapped this up a long time ago. 1 loss in 13. And who was that, boys and girls? It was their last game of Thursday, NBD. So again, that's the reason NBD are masters of their own destiny, picking up massive wins like that. And look, very rarely have Al Waha had the chance to play Party Poopers, because every time someone plays them, they're trying to ruin their season. That is long gone now. VPG Esports Premier Champs and Champions E-League winners Al Waha, and looking to win VPG France as well. 153 goals scored in VPG France this season. It's insane. It's insane. The stats coming out of Al Waha this season are absolutely ridiculous. Look, they've scored 131 goals in the Esports Premier. 131 goals in 47 games. What? Which means Luca, 70 goals this season, 38 assists. Warren SG, 61 goals, 68 assists. Riyad, 54. Elias, 43. Literally, their front 4 has scored over 200 goals this season. And we're playing in France, Ligue 1, and VPG Esports Premier. Some things got to be done about this. The thing is, though, look at Misa, look at Bashiktas, look at MBD. I don't think there's too much difference. Some things obviously different, right? I don't think there's too much difference. All 4 world-class sides. It's just these guys are just, they get it done. They just get it done. Right. They are getting into the lobby now, so that's great news. And MBD are still 1-0 up, although almost made it 2. So we are with second place Misa. They picked up a win in the first game, 5-0 against Phoenix, who MBD are playing now. Puts them on 105. MBD won their first game. They're on 102. Currently winning against Phoenix would put them on 105. It's a lot of maths. It's a lot of maths this late in the night. Misa, 1 loss in 10, 7 wins in that time. Dieguito, Alvaro, and Alvarez, their highest rated players. Highest finish they can finish on is with a win in this game. It is their last game of the season, and why not play? Why not play top of the league in your last game of the season? Right, everyone's ready by the looks of things, so that's good. Yeah, Misa, highest they can finish on is 108. MBD can finish on, I think it was 111. They're on 102 now. Yeah, that does make sense. We'll keep an eye on the chat on this other stream where they're currently playing Phoenix. Still 1-0 up in that game. Unlucky Beast. Bang in form for Misa. 26 in 37 games, by the way, which I think ratio-wise might even be better than Luca. He came in partway through the season. Partners who I can only assume is Jairo up front, because 19 goals, 31 assists is crazy. 31 assists in 49 games. What a front two that is. Canella returns to the starting 11, playing as that wide midfield. Carlos as well, what a good return he's had this season. 19 goals for that man. Joint goal scorer, joint second top goal scorer with Jairo. So not bad from wide midfield, eh? MBD have just gone 2-0 up. Invites have just landed, so let's go across to our cameraman, captain, gaffer extraordinaire of Misa, Alvaro. Centre midfield tonight, as per usual. Let's get rid of that. Let's get this. With guard by Go, aka Koku, and their highest rated player, Dieguito, by the way, who is a world-class player, but I never really see him get the plaudits he deserves. He's been sliding under the radar up until now. Match ratings have exposed him as world-class, if you didn't already know. Alvaro, Alvarez, of course. 2 players who constantly drop 9s and 10s. They're going to need that tonight. Misa know it's probably, with the way things are going right now, it's probably unlikely. But MBD have got FAMALICAO in that last game. So, a win here for Misa. And Fama beating MBD would mean that Misa finished second, MBD finished third. I think. Yeah, it does. Does it? I don't know. Because I don't know what's happening with this Black Sheep game, is all. Phoenix puts them on 105. Black Sheep could put them on to 108. Yeah, so if Fama win and Misa win, Misa finish second. MBD need a draw against Fama effectively. But that all relies on Misa Esports picking up maximum points here, which is a huge ask. A huge ask. But our Waha have absolutely nothing to play for other than party poopiness. And maybe a little bit, not even pride, just fun. We should see a very, very free-flowing, fun Al Waha side tonight. Not that there's any different from what we normally see. Right then, this one should be a banger. 3-3 earlier on in the season. And if you're wondering why these games are never on stream, by the way, it's because when they get rescheduled, which they do a lot, these top teams always rescheduling because they want, if they're going to play each other, they want their strongest possible 11. They then schedule the games for way past our bedtime, way past the streaming hours. So we didn't catch that one. That one was at 10 o'clock. But we get this one instead. Please don't be 0-0. Is Al Waha in the white with black shorts from left to right. And Misa, who need a win. Obviously, if Phoenix come back against MBD, get anything out of that game, then things do change a little bit. But Misa know they want a win, and they need a win. However, doesn't happen very often. Al Wahala defeat. Hilem clears. Just for completeness, if you couldn't guess, the other side is Misa in the all white from right to left. Alvaro the gaffer slides it through to Carlos. 19 goals this season. Not sure who that is. Is that Soen on the far side? Gives it to Elias. The output from Riot and Elias, by the way, this season. I mean, last season, I think they both got 30-plus goals, or at least high 20s, 30. Yeah, between them, they've got 97 goals this season in all competitions. Ugh, it's insane. Canella. There is Riot. Alvaro does well, though. I'm not sure who the two strikers are between them, because they've both got silly names. Is Gyro and Unlucky Beast up top for Misa. Warren SG, 40 yards from goal, tries to slide it through. Canella is there, but Latov intercepts. Here's the gaffer, Polga. What a ball over the top to Elias. Takes it in his stride, gets to the byline, stabs it in, and Danny Vera is there. A very, very good goalkeeper. And he's going to need to be on top form tonight. A clean sheet would go a long way to getting something out of this game. But they don't just need something, they need everything. They need maximum points, and Canella steps up. But Benito is equal to a quality save from a breakout season from that man. Benito had big shoes to fill, gloves to fill, and he has answered all critics. Not that there were any, of course. Here he is, bang on cue again. Thank you very much, Benito. Although the distribution maybe needs a bit of work. Here is Abscal. No idea which one of those two is. I'll try and work it out by proxy, I guess. Atsu. To Soen. Polga on his own penalty spot. Loses out to Alvaro. Inside it goes to Dieguto. Gets it back. Koku into Unlucky Beast. There we go. Gyro with the silly name. Hilem. Dieguto. It's been a long night. Alvaro over the top. Elias does well. Dreezy dispossessed by Dieguto. Unlucky Beast gives it to Gyro. Canella in the box with the white boots. All white for that man. Wins a corner for his side. White boots, white gloves. What genius. Gyro with the cross-come shot. Benito equal to it. Again, that distribution is not what's to be desired. Unlucky Beast, though. Polga back there defending. Trying to have a little look to see where he's playing tonight. He's got Dreezy and Sarum behind him. Here is Polga. Into Warren SG. Dreezy into Sarum. What a midfield three that is. Koku. The midfield three versus midfield three is insane right now. And then you've got MBD later on with Festic, Capone, Nair. Ooh, we are treating you boys tonight. Here is Ryad. Gives it to Luca. 70 goals this season. I mean, when he came over from Fama, we knew he was going to score a lot. But my God. Behave. Dree, this is sensational stuff from Al Waha. If that one pass away from absolute genius. Misa have looked really good, but backs against the wall for now. Over the top. Luca NR1 cannot find a way past his compatriot. Danny Vera, good save. Held his nerve because I thought he was going far side there. But it's pure genius work from Al Waha every time. And 11 world-class players on the pitch. And it's more than that as well. It's 11 players who can unlock defences, including the centre-backs as well. Sarin into Polga. Luca on the half turn, waiting for runners. Warren SG is one. Somehow flicks it through. Squares it across. Oh no, it's a own goal. I'm not sure who it is. I think it might be Kubasi. To be fair, Al Waha deserve it. Al Waha deserve it because they've been quality. Their attacking play is unreal, and Misa, for as good as they looked in that first 30 minutes, the 2 or 3 attacks that Al Waha have had in the last 5-10 minutes deserve it of a goal. And you don't always get what you deserve in this game, but when you keep plugging away, when you keep producing at the highest level, sometimes lady luck, sometimes EA has got your back, and EA have had Al Waha's back for a very long time, and probably likewise as well, because they are blessing this game with the highest quality of football. And I don't remember watching a champion winning side just look so good week in, week out, game in, game out, because we've had some dominant champions over the years, the likes of G-Mask, Fama, Fenner. But they all had off days, off weeks even. I've never used the phrase form of champions, have I? To describe this Al Waha side. Carlos. Although all the good things going for Al Waha, yet Benito, 11 world-class players, boys and girls. You cannot win this league with 10 world-class players. It has to be 11. Benito making that 10, of course, with another world-class save. Truly world-class. And again, they find the man in form. Yeah, don't roll it out again. There we go. Much better. Much better. There he's learning. He's learning. Gyro wins it high up. Is there a sting in the tail for Misa? One-touch football. Carlos gets the early shot off. He's going to get a second crack at it. And Gyro, I still can't work it out, has gone behind the net. Looked like it was in the net. And now it's going to be halftime. So close to drawing level. Misa know that they need maximum points here. A draw is probably no good. A draw is probably no good. If we can go and try and sneak over to MBD... No, I'm going to have to message them. I'm going to have to message them. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Misa, so close to leveling. And again, you know, Misa more than capable of scoring 2 or 3 goals in a half against anyone, Al Waha included. The problem they've got at the moment is it's a Benito-inspired Al Waha, and Al Waha have nothing to play for. They've got no nerves right now. They're not playing for anything. I think that makes them more dangerous. That's why they're so comfortable at the back. That's why Benito is able to make these world-class saves, because they're not playing with any of that stress that Misa are under right now, because they've got to win here. They've got to win here. And MBD confirmed 2-1 winners. Phoenix did get one back in the end, but 2 losses for Phoenix. One against Misa, one against MBD. Tough day at the office for those guys. But 3 points apiece. That does put them level on points with Misa, with officially 2 games in hand with this one played. So they just need a win, because I think MBD are going to get the 3 points against Black Sheep. I think that's how it's going to go into the back post. So that immediately puts them on 108, which is 3 points ahead. Misa, I imagine Misa will know that. And if they don't, and they're not watching this stream, then that's what they get. Housekeeping. Al Waha in the red and black. 1-0 up. Champions Elite. And they've kept that in somehow. Riyadh with 6 or 7 turns. Kept in again for some reason. Saren's got it. Saren absolutely lashes it home. Left foot. How many times have we seen that man do that this season? He's been a joy to watch. And what a signing. It's a signing that I think went under the radar. Luckily, we'd worked with Saren previously on a baller build, so we kind of knew how good he was. But I think, you know, when you've got the likes of all those world-class players that Al Waha can go and pick, like your Gutos, like your Fessiks, like your Capones, the signing of Saren, I do genuinely think raised a few eyebrows. Those eyebrows have been shaved off this season because Saren has been... I would not be surprised to see him in that World 11, that Dream 11. He's been sensational. Exhibit A. Luka on the end of a Saren 90-yard raking pass. Squares it across looking for maybe another own goal. Misa got it all to do, and I'm thinking about that shot that went behind the net, somehow not inside of the net. And we're talking about fine margins here. We always talk about fine margins when teams are playing against Al Waha because it's shoulda, woulda, coulda. And if you don't shoulda your wouldas, you often get beat by this side. And that's the bottom line. Dreezy into Luka. Willing runners, and he will find the pass as well. Warren didn't. GLM clears. Misa need a game plan, really, because I'm not sure what the game plan is here. Because how you can't go gung-ho against Al Waha. It needs to be calculated. However, they've got absolutely nothing to lose. And Al Waha have only seemed human this season when teams have really, really took it to them. But this is what happens 99% of the time when you do come out and play against Al Waha. You get picked off, you get picked apart, and they queue up, and Danny Vera makes a world-class save just to keep this second place hope alive. And that's all it is at the moment, boys and girls. It's just hope. Luka with the corner. Danny Vera punches. Luka wins the second ball. I tell you what, Soen might be offside. Soen is offside there. 20 minutes to save their season. Otherwise, it will be a third place finish only. I say that as if it's a bad result. Jeez. Third place in this league. A very, very good achievement. But when you're that close to second, it's got to hurt. Kubasi wins it back. Guta goes down the line. Canella's got a lot of space to work in here. Stayed high. Again, fortune favouring the brave. Good football from Misa. Slides it through. Gets the shot off Benito. I have no idea how he's read that. What a save that is, by the way, boys and girls. Sensational stuff from that man in the net. Luka turns on it, gives it to his strike partner. Over 120 goals for those two this season. 130 goals now. Dembouz to finish it. Somehow it stays out. That's sensational defending. Who is that man in orange? Hillem. Expect nothing less from that man. He's a world-class defender. The slide tackle helped it onto the post / crossbar. But I don't think it's going to matter. Even Polga's having a shot. I don't think I've ever seen Polga shoot before. 60 assists for that man this season. Yes, kitchen sink time for Misa. Here is the fridge, the freezer, the toaster, everything. But Dreezy is there. Dreezy is there again, like he does so often. Welcome in, Dominio. You are up next, but I think it might already be job done. Do you know what's going on with your game against Black Sheep, by the way? Because I've heard sneaky-deaky rumours that you're just getting the 3 points. And if that is the case, then it's lights. Because Al Waha have done you a real favour here. I think that might be offside. Yeah, it is. It was always going to be a big ask for Misa, truth be told. But, like I said, it's fine margins. Every time someone loses to Al Waha, it's always fine margins. But when those fine margins happen 40 odd times a season, It's the Al Waha. I don't blame him for doing that. I think a lot of players in the league want to do that to that man. Polga getting taken out 25 yards. And now I guess... Okay, that's a new one. I'm not sure who this is taking this. It leads me to believe it's one of the centre-backs, yep. And Danny Vera, some reason, has committed himself to that very, very late on. Fair play to Soen. Squares it across to Elias. Lights. Camera. Action. Al Waha 3. Misa 0. Misa are reliant on Black Sheep doing something, anything. Let me have a quick little look at the... I'm not even watching this game anymore. They know it's game over. Misa are ahead, well, were ahead on goal difference. I mean, they've just taken 4 here. Takes them down to 62. Although they did win 5-0 earlier on. Never mind. A lot of it's been down to this man, Benito, in goal. Without that man, it would be a very, very, very interesting game. With that man, it's just gone the way it always goes. Al Waha win. Touch and go at times, but ultimately convincing, and that's what Al Waha do. And they're still going. That's what I mean. They've got nothing to play for, yet here they are, dispatching of 2nd/3rd place. 4-0. Don't get me wrong, I know the 4th one was a bit of a joke, but as the 5th one might very well be. But it's been a while / ever since I've seen a more dominant champion than these boys. Congratulations, Al Waha. Commiserations to Misa. A lot of it does boil down to our friends over at Black Sheep and whether or not they can get that game done and dusted. But what we will do is we will bring you the final game of the season. Of course we will, because we're kind like that. We are kind like that. I think they may have already kicked off without us. I don't blame them. They're just getting in. They're just getting in. Don't you worry about it. Right. Let's do this then. MBD versus FAMALICAO. What was supposed to be the main event of the season, of the night, of the stream, of the season. Instead, look, MBD will just want to make sure, just in case anything happens, here's the 2 sides for you. It's world-class players everywhere you look. Hopefully they just put a bit of a show on for us, a bit like Al Waha did in that last game. Right then, here we go for the final time this season, boys and girls. FAMALICAO at home against NBD. NBD in the all black, Fama in the all white. Fama nothing to play for. NBD maybe nothing to play for, but they'll want to make sure either way these two can send us off with a bang. 1 apiece last time these played in the reverse fixture. Could do with a few more goals this time, I think. NBD, no losses in 20 games, which is why they're 2nd, let's be honest. 2nd only to a freak of nature Al Waha side. 1 loss in 15, although NBD did beat them on Thursday. Or Tuesday. Can't read my own writing. Hadji. Wonder if he'll be at Fama next season. Him and Darmzo, 2 sensational signings. Really steadied the ship. An important time for Fama. 2 of their highest rated players as well. In fact, their 2 highest rated player. Dominio. Festic. Good feet from that man as per usual. This midfield 3. Crazy, crazy. Furian clears. He's playing wide midfield tonight, which means NGK is up top. Alongside Alves. They are 1 and 2 on the goal scoring charts for Fama this season, as you probably would expect. Although NGK tends to spend most of his time playing out on that wide midfield. You would think with Luca leaving, he would then lead the line. It's touch and go, 50% I'd say. When you've got wingers like Zinni, though, must be tempting. Hadji, Nair do well to win it back. Festic out wide it goes. to Domino, who was in the chat a short while ago. Slides it down the line to Robbins, who's had an unbelievable season. 28 goals, 34 assists for that man. Again, without Giannis tonight, I assume that's over. I don't know the details behind it. But he is there. He will finish the season as their top goal scorer with 40 goals. A big miss, but he got Morad, wide midfield, 32 goals. Might he get striker season next season? Who knows? Here is the man. Good turn in the middle of the park from Capone. Nayshaw wins it back for the Portuguese. 20 minutes done. Feel like this one's gone quick. Zinni loses out to Morad. Good feet from him. Inside it goes to Festic. Striker's feet. Domino, good ball into his strike partner. Robbins holds the man off. Gives it through Angelo. Good. It's like running into a brick wall, that man. A very, very good out-and-out defender. Hadji with the NOVENTRA switch. Angelo. Nogueira is playing at the base of midfield tonight. Here is NGK with the grey afro to Hadji. Plays where he wants and will get booked in this game, by the way, as well, in case you're wondering. Always good for a 9 and a 10. Always good for a booking. Waha in goal tonight for NBD. Kenny, former Fama man. Capone into Nair's feet. And with Nair coming in full time to play at the base of that midfield, CDM, it has allowed Capone to go slightly ahead and play kind of that Hadji role, that roaming centre midfielder. 30 assists this season from centre midfield, by the way. Unbelievable return from that man. NGK gives it back to Alves, gives it through to Fury and chips over his man. Mookie is there. Look at him. He's a walking wardrobe, that man. Good sweeping from the side. Pretty much geared up to finish second now. It's a foregone conclusion, I think. Robbins skips past 2. Nayshaw to NGK. Runs out of room because Nair is there to shut the door in his face. Don't forget, we are done season 17 after tonight. No streams on Tuesday, Thursday. Have the nights off, boys and girls. The playoffs do continue. Cash Cups do continue. World Cups continue. There's so much going on in VPG these days. My advice, make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you follow on socials, but the Discord is where it's all happening. And the only way to keep up is the only way I keep up with everything that's going on. Luckily, I just do this. I know what my days are. I got shift work. NGK into the box, onto the left foot. Edges is Nayshaw. Waiting also is Hadji. Shifts onto his left foot. Has the shot blocked. Zinni picks up the loose ball. Cuts it back to Hadji. Back post is on Waha. No man's land. But Yada is there. Excellent work from him. Tukku helps on his way. And Robbins will hold the ball up for the Frenchman. Although, one back and stayed onside as well. Slight suspicion of offside. Is that Darmzo up there? Very high up. Waha wins that one. Much better this time. Or Gonzalo. One of the two. Look to be joining the attack. Domino. Good hold-up play from the Scot. Inside to Capone. Robbins. Nair. Festic into the back post. Morad was there, and they know how dangerous that man is. 32 goals. More than their other leading striker, Robbins, actually. Second highest scorer for the Frenchman. And there is half-time. The referee said that's more than enough. A 0-0, but an entertaining 0-0. One of the more entertaining 0-0s we've seen today. It's on a knife edge, but I don't understand why, truth be told. Fama, I guess, with things going their way, may be able to catch Bashiktas. I've got on my notes unlikely. Mathematically second, probably fifth. That is literally word for word my notes for Fama. A fourth place, providing what Bashiktas did against Ventacorp in their last game of the season, because Fama did... they did only have, I think it was 47 on the clock. Yeah, 47. So they could get to 102. So Bashiktas, if they drew against Ventecourt there, so I guess maybe Fama knows something I don't, which I that's very likely. A lot of people know a lot of things I don't know. So we'll put it down to that, because I thought this was just going to be an old-fashioned Western, a big old shootout, but instead it's just been a classic VPG esports. Let's get the best players in the world all playing against each other and see what happens. And it's often this. Very good attacking play, very good defensive play, and when someone does something really good, the goalkeepers ruin it. And then occasionally we get a goal, which is what we'll be looking out for in this final half of Season 17. All 8 and a bit weeks of it, boys and girls. We started this season a very long time ago. Furian into Nashor. NGK on the halfway line in absolutely no rush to go forward. Nogueira is playing CDM tonight, is currently the last man. Hadji fires that first time. Morad wins the header. One back into NGK. Yada is there though. Good work from him. Festic now able to play out. Robbins to chase. And I do believe that is Darmzo on this near side. I feel like Gonzalo and Nogueira have switched either pros or just positions. I can't work out why. NGK into either Gonzalo or Nogueira. Hadji looking for that ball over the top because it was there, but Mookie, such is the experience of that man. I tell you what, experience has been pocket nipped there as Nashor goes for the far corner, and there is that experience once again. Mookie just making sure it doesn't go goal bound. I'm sure Waha had it undercover, but a good attempt nonetheless. I think it was Hadji popping up again, playing another 8 or a 9, I would say. A goal there, maybe a 10. He hasn't got his customary booking yet though, so give it time. Nashor wins it for Fama, gets it back from his striker. Mookie's been everywhere. Gonzalo into NGK, good turn, holding off his man. Furian looks to play it through, but Capone there once more, slides it through to Festic, can't help it on its way. Angelo is there, the not necessarily new signing anymore, but signing partway through the season for the win. NGK to Alves. Nashor popping up, and what a finish that is! Captain Fantastic Nashor post and in, up from midfield. And I tell you what, Nashor and Hadji, how do you defend against those two when they get in that roaming spirit, which is what they do so well? And I can't remember the last time we saw a Nashor goal on stream. But here he is, Mr. FAMALICAO himself. 1-0 to the home side. MBD. I mean, MBD, they'll just want a point here. They'll want a point just to make things sure. I think they're second anyway. NGK gives it back to Furian, goes down in the box. Didn't think there was anything there, nothing given. Festic. Good hold-up play from him. Tried to go inside. Nashor, the goal scorer, is there. Furian, I think he wanted to play the reverse pass, but he made that run a bit too soon. And I tell you what, that is a world-class ball. Robbins takes it in stride, squares it across. What a goal that is, boys and girls, of the highest order. MBD are back in business, and it's the man who got the goal last week. Put on a plate. He had it all to do to get there ahead of the man. Robbins take a bow, but that ball over the top, 90-yard raking pass in behind. Robbins takes it in his stride. I can't remember who played that ball. Festic, Capone, one of those two, I would imagine. But game well and truly back on now, and a couple of strokes of genius. This is what you get at the highest level of competitive clubs, boys and girls. Just sit and watch, because you're not going to see it for a little while now. We got some time off. Here is Capone with acres to run into. Shows a clean set of heels to his man. Options in the box. One of them is Morad, looking for goal number 33 of the season. Edu Martins equal to it. Morad wins it back off Zinni. Dominio, the goal scorer. Into the channel he goes. Bruiser plus is broken. Just shimmied his man off the ball there with consummate ease. Nogueira into Gonzalo. Nayshaw, the goal scorer for the Portuguese. Hadji into NGK, gives it to his strike partner Alves, and once again MBG stand strong. Damso helps it down the line, looking for the back post. It's a good ball, truth be told, but just didn't have the run on him. 8 minutes to go. Who's going to be a hero? Last game of season 17. MBD point here guarantees it. I think it's already been guaranteed anyway. Fama though. Fama, I think, would want 3 points. If it's mathematically possible to finish 4th, they'll want it. Damso heads home to the graceful arms of Edu Martins. Does a Cruyffy one last time. Thanks, mate. And off Fama go. He says, reluctantly, go forward. Damso into Alves. Hadji helps on his way. He was being so tightly marked I didn't even see him. Alves looking for his strike partner. Kenny, though, former Fama man there. Robbins, excellent turn from that man. Sets Dominio on his way. I'm shocked we haven't seen a Hadji booking. It might be for the first time this season, which makes me sad. Ball over the top. This is how they got the goal, don't forget. Excellent work from Angelo. Told you, out and out defender, that man. Is that going to be all she wrote? Is there a final sting in the tail? The ball was over the top. They waited too long. Furian makes something of it though. Loose ball blocked by Kenny. Referee's going to let them cook. Zinni tries to swing in. Excellent block from Capone. There it is, boys and girls. That is officially all she wrote. The curtain comes down on season 17. MBD won, Fama won just like it was earlier on in the season. MBD finished 2nd. Fama finished question mark 4th or 5th. Bashiktas also 4th or 5th. Misa sat in 3rd. MBG 2nd, and that is your lot. Don't forget, headlines tonight. It was Velocity picking up that late win in the cup final against Noventra. They are $250 better off than they were at 8 o'clock this evening. Commiserations to Noventra, of course. That late win, 120th minute, was what kicked things off tonight. And then a rampant Digital 3-0 up after 20 minutes. They may very well have fired themselves to safety. We'll have to check on that tomorrow when all the scores are in. Misa succumbed to Al Waha, like many do. They gave up their opportunity to finish 2nd place. 3rd place is the best that they can hope for. And MBD, we think those guys have done the business with wins over Zurich and Phoenix, and a point against Fama in a tricky tie. Fama, I mean, it's we don't know the results enough to work out where they finish. 5th or 4th for those guys, which, truth be told, if it's 4th, I think Fama will probably take that after what happened to them pre-season, what happened to them in week number 1 with some of their players leaving, Luca being the obvious one there. Season 17 belongs to Al Waha and, of course, Velocity. It's been an absolute pleasure. A full 8-week season. With just myself, Dominio, Dominio's evil cousin, of course. Will be back for the LAN. Might guest appear in season 18, who knows. But if you are a spectator only, get yourself involved in VPG. The new season goes again towards the back end of April. And if you are a VPG player, if this is your bread and butter, I welcome you back for season 18. Keep supporting pro clubs, competitive pro clubs, of course, and of course this channel and VPG. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, please do and drop a like as well, because algorithm stuff. I've been 8ball of Pro Clubs Weekly fame. Thank you so much for joining us over this last 8 weeks. It's been my absolute pleasure to bring it to you. I'm going to go and hibernate now for 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll see you for Week 1, Season 18. Thank you so much. Cheerio, guys.